Welcome to our screencast. We've taken a different take on this story, so we haven't read the story out loud. This is more like a further analysis. The setting. The characters are at a train station. They're waiting to travel along with the train. The train goes from Barcelona and all the way to Madrid. They sit down at a smaller bar to quench their thirst. He's probably using the setting to keep conversation from profound questions, which means they can't really talk more intimately at this public bar. From the bar, they can see the hills across the valley of the Ebro. The relationship between the man and the woman seems strained. They haven't known each other for very long, and they don't know about each other's previous experiences. The waitress asks them if they want their drinks with or without water. If they had been a couple for a long time, they would have known each other's likes and dislikes. But it's obvious they know nothing about what each other wants. Although we can see they have experienced an incident together. The woman says, "I was being amused. I was having a fine time." She's alluding to an incident in the past. But his answer, "Well, let's try to have a fine time," shows us that he's talking about the present conversation on the train station. Her saying, "That's all we do, isn't it? Look at new things and try new drinks," reveals that they have been together for a longer time and that she's tired of his way of living. Constantly being somewhere new and drinking something new, which means they have no roots. They mention this operation she has to go through in their future. This reveals that they have a future together, although a first-hand impression of their relationship made us think they only had been together for a short time. They now focus on the future, which maybe shows their relationship is more serious. The couple is discussing an operation. The man says, "It's really a simple operation, Jake. It's just to let the air in." This letting the air in is the past way of performing an abortion. This form came around a while back, where previously they used elements such as coat hangers to perform the abortion with. This technology is brand new and probably much safer than prior. This procedure is about blowing air into the uterus, separating the uterus and the cervix. By doing this, the doctor destroys the fetus foundation. The man in this story probably thinks it's better because this method is so different and more humane than previously. This couldn't in any way be difficult or a demanding surgery. As a guy, he can't really put himself in the woman's place and feel all that emotional and physical shit she's going through. Regarding the abortion, Jig's sentence isn't ours anymore, and once they take it away, you can't get it back, broaches the subject once again. Just before Jig's statement, the American says, "We can go wherever you want." He talks about the couple's freedom and possibility to, for example, travel all over the world. But Jig doesn't agree with him. She tells him the freedom and possibility isn't theirs anymore. Therefore, we think his sentence, "Once they take it away, you can't get it back," refers to this freedom and these possibilities. But since we know about all the signs of Jig being pregnant, the sentence also refers to the baby. Once the abortion has been done, you can never get the baby back. This makes it clear to us that she isn't all excited about the abortion. The thought about the process didn't excite her, but opposite, the American doesn't really care about the baby. He just wants to be free. And you can't be free when you have a baby hanging around your neck all the time. Yay, now we're getting to my favorite part. The symbolism in the text. The headline is "Hills Like White Elephants." The elephants are intelligent animals. You know all the expressions, "elephant never forget," and so on. At the same time, the animals are huge and not to be missed, just like the hills. The white elephants are an idiom for something you don't want, something you like to get rid of. In Thailand, the white elephants are holy animals. The religious take originates from the old Buddhist myths, where the Buddha was conceived by a white elephant giving a lotus to his mother in her sleep. The lotus is a sign of purity, And so was the conception of Jesus in the biblical story. So this is also a very biblical term. The symbolism in the text is huge. Water is also a symbol of life and change. So when the water changes the taste of the licorice drink, and also the experience, and at the same time there's a change in the story. The elephants also symbolize stability and patience, and could be, according to the Hindus, a symbol of good luck. But in this case, we're dealing with white elephant with connect to the story in the Buddhism. In the lines 121 and 146, clear that Jig and the man talks about two very different things. Jig says we could have everything, and every day would make it more impossible. Her vision of everything is a baby. That child fills everything in her world, and honestly, she doesn't want the abortion. She wants to have everything, which is a baby. But their different purposes in life makes it more impossible every day. The opportunity to have the baby becomes impossible because of his opinion. Everything in his life is a freedom and the opportunity to do whatever he wants, which is what he talks about. With purposes this different, they will never be able to establish a life with a baby together. Licorice is such a central matter to them in the story. At this point, the story changes. As I've said before, the water symbolizes the change they're going through, but also a new life. Something new and exciting is happening, and their lives are changing for good. The licorice is important to the story because here is where everything begins. Their conversation around this point in the story are very silent, meaning that only they understand what they're saying. The water to go with the licorice makes it easier to take. You won't get that bittersweet taste. It would be much better. The absinthe is much stronger and gives the story a bittersweet, ironic twist, making the conversation meaningless for her, but makes him feel very hit. Also, the licorice is a sharp contrast to the white elephants and the hills, which symbolizes their contrast to each other, the man and the woman. By saying, I don't feel any way, I just know things, Jig might be telling us that she has shut down her emotions and now she's doing what is needed of her. Because that's her way to get through this whole episode in her life. She's trying to shut down the conversation, not opening up for any further questions from his side. She realizes the easiest way to get the room to think and make him stop talking about this subject is by obeying his wish, so she can start thinking about something else, which she can't do unless he's quiet. She needs a distraction from this unpleasant subject and terrifying experience she's soon to pass through. The woman asking the American to stop talking because she realized his opinion about the abortion can't be changed. The decision has already been made, but she isn't ready to face the fact that she's going through the abortion. When she's past the abortion, she has no longer a connection to the American no more. She wants him to stay in her life and will not be separated from him. And that's what this child/abortion symbolizes, compared to their relationship anyways. She will not be separated from the American, nor the child. Well, this is the end of our screencast, so we really hope you enjoyed it. Bye!